Good evening, everybody. Welcome back to a reading of the Bible from Ezekiel chapter 4. And I'm not sure how much I'm going to be able to read, but we're going to start with Ezekiel chapter 4. Thou also, son of man, take thee a tile and lay it before thee, and portray upon it the city, even Jerusalem. Lay siege against it, and build a fort against it, and cast a mount against it. Set the camp also against it, and set battering rams against it round about. Moreover, take thou unto thee an iron pan, and set it for a wall of iron between thee and the city, and set thy face against it, and shall be besieged. And thou shalt lay siege against it. This shall be a sign to the house of Israel. Lie thou also upon thy left side, and lay the iniquity of the house of Israel upon it. According to the number of the days that thou shalt be upon it, thou shalt bear their iniquity. For I have laid upon thee the years of their iniquity, according to the number of the days, 390 days. Thou be, so shalt thou bear the iniquity of the house of Israel. When thou hast accomplished them, lie again on thy right side, and thou shalt bear the iniquity of the house of Judah for 40 days. I have appointed thee each day for a year. For a year. Therefore thou shalt set thy face toward the siege of Jerusalem, and thine arm shall be uncovered, and thou shalt prophesy against it. Behold, I will lay hands upon thee, and thou shalt not turn thee from one side to another, till thou hast ended the days of thy siege. Take thou also unto thee wheat, barley, beans, lentils, meal, and fitches, and put them in one vessel, and make thee bread thereof according to the number of the days that thou shalt lie upon thy side. 390 days shalt thou eat thereof. Thy meat which thou shalt eat shall be by weight, 20 shekels a day. From time to time shalt thou eat it. Thou shalt drink also water by measure, the sixth part of a hin. From time to time shalt thou drink. Thou shalt eat it as barley cakes, and thou shalt bake it with dung that cometh out of a man in their sight. The Lord said, Even thus shall the children of Israel eat their defiled bread among the Gentiles, where I will drive them. Then said I, Ezekiel, Ah, Lord God, behold, my soul hath not been polluted. For from my youth up even till now have I not eaten of that which dieth of itself, or is torn to pieces, neither came there abominable flesh into my mouth. Then he said unto me, Lo, I have given thee cow's dung for man's dung, and thou shalt prepare thy bread therewith. Moreover, he said unto me, Son of man, behold, I will break the staff of bread in Jerusalem, and they shall eat bread by weight and with care, and they shall drink water by measure and with astonishment, that they may want bread and water, and be astonished one with another, and consume away for their iniquity. Chapter 5. Thou, son of man, take thee a sharp knife, take thee a barber's razor, and cause it to pass upon the head, and upon thy beard, and take thee balances to weigh and divide the hair. Thou shalt burn with fire a third part of the mist in the midst of the city when the days of the siege are fulfilled. And thou shalt take a third part and smite about it with a knife, and the third part thou shalt scatter in the wind, and I will draw out a sword after them. Thou shalt also take thereof a few in number, and bind them in thy skirts. Then take of them again, and take them into the midst of the fire, and burn them in the fire. For thereof shall a fire come forth into all the house of Israel. Thus saith the Lord God, This is Jerusalem. I have set it in the midst of the nations and countries that are round about her. She hath changed my judgments into wickedness more than the nations, and my statutes more than the countries that are round about her. For they have refused my judgments, and my statutes they have not walked in them. Verse 6 changed. Verse 6, Ezekiel 4, 6. Oh, 5, 6, excuse me. 5, 6. Ezekiel 5, 6. They have rebelled against it. Yeah, rebelled. Verse 7. Therefore, thus saith the Lord God. Excuse me, because ye multiply more than the nations that are round about you, and have not walked in my statutes, neither have thee kept my judgments. Excuse me, neither hath thee done according to the judgments of the nations that are round about thee. Therefore, thus saith the Lord God: Behold, I, even I, am against thee, and will execute judgments in the midst of thee in the sight of the nations. I will do, I will do in thee that which I have done. I will do in thee that which I have not done, and whereunto I will not do any more the like, because of all thine abominations. Therefore the fathers shall eat the sons in the midst of thee, and the sons shall eat their fathers. And I will execute judgment in thee, and the whole remnant of thee will I scatter into all the winds. Wherefore, as I live, that saith the Lord God, surely because thou hast defiled my sanctuary with all my detestable things, and with all thine abominations, therefore will I also diminish thee, neither shall mine eye spare, neither will I have any pity. A third part of thee shall die with the pestilence, and with famine shall they be consumed in the midst of thee. And the third part shall fall by the sword round about thee. And I will scatter a third part into all the winds, and I will draw out a sword after them. Thus shall mine anger be accomplished, and I will cause my fury to rest upon them. And I will be comforted, and they shall know that I, the Lord, hath spoken it in my zeal, when I have accomplished my fury in them. Moreover, I will make thee waste and a reproach among the nations that are round about thee, in the sight of all who pass by. So it shall be a reproach and a taunt, an instruction and an astonishment unto the nations that are round about thee, when I shall execute judgments in thee in anger, and in fury and in furious rebukes. I, the Lord, hath spoken. When I shall send upon them the evil arrows of famine, which shall be for their destruction, and which I will send to destroy you. And I will increase the famine upon you, and will break your staff of bread. So will I send you famine and evil beasts, and they shall bereave thee, and pestilence and blood shall pass through thee, and I will bring the sword upon thee. I, the Lord, hath spoken. Chapter 6. The word of the Lord came unto me, this is Ezekiel, saying, Son of man, set thy face toward the mountains of Israel, and prophesy against them, saying, Ye mountains of Israel, hear the word of the Lord. Thus saith the Lord God to the mountains, and to the hills, to the rivers, and to the valleys. Behold, I, even I, will bring the sword upon you, and I will destroy your high places. Your altars shall be desolate, your images shall be broken, and I will cast down your slain men before your idols. I will lay the dead carcasses of the children of Israel before their idols, and I will scatter your bones round about your altars. In all your dwelling places the cities shall be laid waste, and the high places shall be desolate, that your altars may be laid waste and made desolate, and your idols may be broken and cease, and your images may be cut down. and your works may be abolished. The slain shall fall in the midst of you, midst of thee, and ye shall know that I am the Lord. Yet will I leave a remnant, that ye may have some that shall escape the sword among the nations, when ye shall be scattered throughout the countries. They shall they who escape of you shall remember me among the nations, whither they shall be carried captives, because I am broken with their whorish heart, which hath departed from me, and with their eyes which go a whoring after their idols, and they shall loathe themselves for the evils which they have committed in their abominations. They shall know that I am the Lord, and that I have not said in vain that I would do this evil unto them. Thus saith the Lord God, smite with thine hand, and stamp with thy foot, and say, Alas, for all the evil abominations of the house of Israel, for they shall fall by the sword, by the famine, and by the pestilence. He who is afar off shall die of the pestilence, and he who is near shall fall by the sword. And he who remaineth and is besieged shall die by the famine. Thus will I accomplish my fury upon them. Then shall ye know that I am the Lord, when their slain men be among their idols, round about their altars, upon every high hill, in all the tops of the mountains, and under every green tree, and every quick oak, every thick oak, every thick oak, the place where they did offer sweet savor to all their idols. So will I stretch out my hand upon them, and will make the land desolate, yea, more desolate than the wilderness toward Diblath, in all their habitations, and they shall know that I am the Lord. Chapter 7. Moreover, the word of the Lord came unto me, saying, Also thou son of man, thus saith the Lord God unto the land of Israel, An end is come upon the four corners of the land. So now is the end come upon thee, and I will send mine anger upon thee, and will judge thee according to thy ways. It will recompense upon thee all thine abominations. Mine eye shall not spare thee, neither will I have pity, but I will recompense thy ways upon thee, and thine abominations shall be in the midst of thee. And ye shall know that I am the Lord. Thus saith the Lord God, and evil, and only evil, behold, is come. An end is come, and the end is come, it watcheth for thee, behold, it is come. The morning is come unto thee, O thou who dwelleth in the land. The time is come, and the day of trouble is near, and not the sounding again of the mountains. Now will I shortly pour out my fury upon thee, and accomplish mine anger upon thee. And I will judge thee according to thy ways, and will recompense thee for all thine abominations. Mine eye shall not spare, neither will I have pity. I will recompense thee according to thy ways, and thine abominations that are in the midst of thee. And ye shall know that I am the Lord, who smiteth. Behold the day, behold, it is come. The morning is gone forth, the rod hath blossomed, pride hath budded, violence is risen up into the rod of wickedness. None of them shall remain, nor of their multitude, nor of any of theirs. Neither shall there be wailing for them. The time is come, the day draweth near, or draweth nigh. Let not the buyer rejoice, nor the seller mourn, for wrath is upon all the multitude thereof. For the seller shall not return to that which is sold, although they are yet alive. For the is touching the whole multitude thereof, which shall not return, neither shall any strengthen himself in the iniquity of his life. They have blown the trumpet even to make all ready, but none goeth to the battle. For my wrath is upon all the multitude thereof. The sword is outside, and the pestilence and the famine within. He who is in the field shall die with the sword. He who is in the city, famine and pestilence shall devour him. But they who escape of them shall escape, and shall be on the mountains, like doves of the valleys, all of them mourning, every one in his iniquity. All hands shall be feeble, and their knees shall be as weak as water. They shall also gird themselves with sackcloth, and horror shall cover them. And shame shall be upon all faces, and baldness upon all their heads. They shall cast their silver in the streets, and the gold shall be removed. Their silver and their gold shall not be able to deliver them in the day of the wrath of the Lord. They shall not satisfy their souls, neither fill their bowls, because it is the stumbling block of their iniquity. As for the beauty, that's probably bowels, not bowls, excuse me. Bowels. As for the beauty of his ornament, he said it in majesty, but they made the images of their abominations and of their detestable things therein. Therefore have I set it far from them. I will give it into the hands of the strangers for a prey, and to the wicked of the earth for a spoil, and they shall pollute it. My face will I turn also from them, and they shall pollute my secret place, for the robbers shall enter it and defile it. Make a chain, for the land is full of bloody crimes, and the city is full of violence. Wherefore I will bring the worst of the heathen, and they shall possess their houses. I will make also the pomp of the strong to cease, and their holy places shall be defiled. Destruction cometh, and they shall seek peace, and there shall be none. Mischief shall come upon mischief, and rumor shall be upon rumor. Then shall they seek a vision of the prophet, but the law shall perish from the priest, and counsel from the ancients. The king shall mourn, and the prince or governor shall be clothed with desolation, and the hands of the people of the land shall be troubled. I will do unto them after their way, and according to and according to their deserts will I judge them, and they shall know that I am the Lord. Chapter 8. It came to pass in the 6th year, in the 6th month, in the 5th day of the month, as I sat in mine house, and the elders of Judah sat before me, that the hand of the Lord God fell there upon me. Then I beheld, and lo, a likeness as the appearance of fire, from the appearance of his loins from downward, even downward, fire from his loins even upward, as the appearance of brightness, as a color of amber. He put forth the form of a hand, and took me by the lock of mine head, and the Spirit lifted me up between the earth and the heaven, and brought me in the visions of God to Jerusalem, to the door of the inner gate which looketh toward the north, where was the seat of the image of jealousy, which provoketh to jealousy. Behold, the glory of the Lord of Israel was there, according to the vision that I saw in the plain. Then said he upon me, said unto me, Son of man, lift up thine eyes now the way toward the north. So I lifted up mine eyes the way toward the north, and behold, northward at the gate of the altar this image of jealousy in the entrance. He said there furthermore unto me, Son of man, seest thou what they do, even the great abominations that the house of Israel committeth here? Excuse me, that I should go far off or from my sanctuary. But turn thee yet again, and thou shalt see greater abominations. He brought me to the door of the court, and when I looked, behold, a hole in the wall. He said unto me, Son of man, dig now in the wall. And when I had digged in the wall, behold, a door. He said unto me, Go in, and behold the wicked abominations that they do here. So I went in and saw, and behold, every form of creeping things and abominable beasts, and all the idols of the house of Israel portrayed upon the wall round about. There stood before them 70 men of the ancients of the house of Israel, and in the midst of them stood Jaazaniah, the son of Shaphan, with every man his censer in his hand. and a thick cloud of incense went up. Then said he unto me, Son of man, hast thou seen what the ancients of the house of Israel do in the dark, every man in the chambers of his imagery? For they say, The Lord seeth us not, the Lord hath forsaken the earth. He said also unto me, turn ye yet again, and thou shalt see greater abominations that they do. Then he brought me to the door of the gate of the Lord's house, which was toward the north, and behold, there sat women weeping for Tammuz. Then said he unto me, Hast thou seen this, O son of man? Turn thee, turn thee yet again, and thou shalt see greater abominations than these. He brought me into the inner court of the Lord's house, and behold, at the door of the temple of the Lord, behold, between the porch and the altar were about 25 men, with their backs toward the temple of the Lord, and their faces toward the east, and they worshipped the sun toward the east. Then he said unto me, Hast thou seen this, O son of man? Is it a light thing to the house of Judah that they commit the abominations that they commit here? For they have filled the land with violence, and hath turned to provoke me to anger. And lo, they put the branch to their nose. Therefore will I also deal in fury. Mine eye will not spare, neither will I have pity. And though they cry in mine ears with a loud voice, yet will I not hear. Chapter 9. He cried also in mine ears with a loud voice, saying, Cause them who have charge over the city to draw near, even every man with his destroying weapon in his hand. Behold, 6 men came from the way of the higher gate, which lieth toward the north, and every man a slaughter weapon in his hand, and one man among them was clothed with linen, with a writer's inkhorn by his side. And they went in and stood beside the brazen altar. The glory of the God of Israel was gone up from the cherub, whereupon he was, to the threshold of the house. And he called to the man clothed with linen, who had the writer's inkhorn by his side. The Lord said unto him, Go through the midst of the city, through the midst of Jerusalem, set a mark upon the foreheads of the men who sigh and that cry not for all the abominations that hath been done in the midst thereof. To the others he said in mine hearing, Go ye after him through the city, and smite. Let not your eyes spare, neither hath thee pity. Slay utterly old and young, both maids and little children and women. But come not near any man upon whom is the mark, and begin at my sanctuary. Then they began at the ancient men, who were before the house. He said unto them, Defile the house, and fill the courts with slain. Go ye forth. And they went forth, and slew in the city. It came to pass, while they were slaying them, and I was left, that I fell upon my face and cried, saying, O Lord God, wilt thou destroy all the residue of Israel in thy pouring out of thy fury upon Jerusalem? Then he said unto me, The iniquity of the house of Israel and Judah is exceedingly great, and the land is full of blood, and the city is full of perverseness. For they say, The Lord hath forsaken the earth, and the Lord seeth not. As for me also, mine eye shall not spare, neither will I have pity, but I will recompense their way upon their head. Behold, the man clothed with linen, who had the inkhorn by his side, reported the matter, saying, I have done as thou hast commanded thee. And that's all I'm going to read for today. That's 5 through 9. Chapters 5 through 9 of Ezekiel. Hope you enjoyed it.